Good morning. Today we are going to learn a new programming language, JavaScript. Let's go into the topic. The topics to be covered in this JavaScript are objects in JavaScript, functions in JavaScript, the use of these keywords, and JavaScript modules. And coming to objects, an object in JavaScript is a collection of related data and are functionally stored as key value pairs. Okay, keys are generally strings. The values can be a number, strings, arrays, other objects, or even functions. Here is an example how we can declare the objects as shown in the below code. You can see here an object is created using curly brackets. And coming to how to access and manipulate the objects. Accessing of objects is done by the dot notation of object dot property and bracket notation of object open brackets property. Manipulating objects, we can update the existing property, we can add the new properties, and we can delete new properties to the objects. Example code, you can look in the below you can look at the above example which is displayed on your screen. Here we declared an object and we access the element by using brackets, and we are updating the here we update the person is as 26 and we update the new properties of New York, and we are going to delete by using delete key, and if we print we can see the output. And coming to nested objects and methods and nested objects can contain other objects as values. Access nested properties using multiple dots or brackets. Methods and objects. A method is a function stored as a property inside an object. Methods can be used this to refer to belonging to. Example code. Here you can see the example code how we can access the nested the one object inside the other objects. Here we show that in the student ID we use address as another loop, which is an example of nested method, and we are going to print that. And coming to functions in JavaScript, a function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. Importance to our reputation makes code modular and maintainable. There are different types of functions: function declaration, function expression, and arrow function. What is the function declaration? Defined with the function keyword and a name. And function expression assigned to a variable, and arrow function short syntax introduced in ESC6. And here is an example of how we add the number, multiply the number, subtract the number. We are going to print it by using the console.log, which is used as a print function. The importance of this keyword. A definition. This refers to the object that is currently executing the function. Value of it depends on the function it is called. Key points. In a regular function, this refers to global object. In object function, this refers to the object itself. In an arrow function, this is inherited from the surrounding scope. And here we show the example in which first is used as a global function, next is used within the object, and next we see it is used as an object inheritance, which we call it from the surrounding functions. About var, lat, and constant. About the different types of keywords which are familiar with the existing of the code. We use the different keywords such as var, let, and constant in different stages, depending upon the how the user want to get, how the coder want to experience. Var function scoped and can be redeclared hosted with undefined. Let is a block scoped, cannot be redeclared in some scope hosted but in temporal dead zone. And constant is a block scoped, cannot be redeclared or reassigned, also hosted with TDZ. Here is a basic example how var, let, y, and constant z are to be declared. And hosting in a JavaScript is a default behavior of moving variables and function declaration to the top of the scope before execution. Variables are hosted with a default value of underdefined. Here is a basic code. And what is a JavaScript modules? JavaScript modules allows you to split code into different files to organize the codes in a better way, decrease the conflicts and improve maintainability. Here is, and we can see there are two files in which the code is imported from one file and it is used in another file. Yeah, why use modules? The benefits are the better organization, reusability, avoid conflicts, maintainability, performance. Here is the code example. Thank you.